Okay, in this video, I'd like to discuss the annotated bibliography, and just would like to explain like what it is and how do you write one. Those are questions I get often from students, and so we'll take a look at answering those for you. So first of all, an annotated bibliography, that is basically it's a summary of the information that you find that is contained in each of your resources that you will use in your research paper. Second, you're allowed to include how how the certain information in each of the sources are going to be useful in your research or how it relates to your research topic. So just keep that in mind. You're allowed to include that in your annotated bibliography. Now here's a good example I found, a good image that I found in a YouTube video here. This is just an example of the format of what it looks like, what an APA style annotation looks like. Please ignore the title up there at the upper left-hand side. We're not going to include titles in our annotated bibliography. Do not worry about that. So basically, just keep in mind that the annotated bibliography consists of two things. Number one, the citation, which is right here at the top, and that tells the reader the exact title of the article that you're referring to and where it can be found, when it was written and where it can be found. And then the second part is right below that is the annotation, and that is actually just basically the summary of the information that you found in the article. And that is all you need to do to create a good APA style annotation. Now, just want to give you an example of another document here that demonstrates when you have more than one source, how this is formatted, how they are stacked vertically. And an important thing to remember is definitely that those should be in alphabetical order. Now, let's take a look at how to create an annotated bibliography. Let's look at that. Let's do that step by step together. Okay, so just bear with me while I switch documents here. Okay, so we're going to actually move into our Word document. I'd like to demonstrate how to set up your Word document so it's APA formatted correctly. So number one here is we want to use Times New Roman font and point 12 or size 12. Those are important for APA style formatting. And second, the actual layout. So click on page layout when you're in your Word document here and then select margins. And here you see I've selected where it says normal, but basically all that means is there are 1-inch margins all the way around, both left and right and top bottom of the page. Okay, going back to the home right here. Another thing that's important for your formatting is click on the line and paragraph spacing here and select double space. That's the 2.0 or 2.0. Okay. Now, what I've done here is I'm going to have you type your name directly into this, and it's going to be indented all the way to the right. Okay, so what I'm just going to write here is student name. Okay, and then enter. And then we're going to format that right to the middle, that center right there. And in all capitals, you're going to write annotated bibliography. Okay, then enter. And then indent all the way to the left. And this is where you're going to begin constructing your annotated bibliography. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go back over to Google Scholar. I want to show you how to get your citation. So here's an example of an article that I'm going to use in my research. And this is actually an article I wrote myself that was published in Google Scholar. But what you do is to get the citation, all you do is you come down below, right below but the summary right here, and you're going to see where it looks like quotation marks, and that when you touch that, it says cite. So left click on that. This will pop up, and then what you do is you're going to left click where it says APA, and you see how that highlighted the entire citation. So touch that, right click, and copy. Okay, and we can get out of that. And so we're going to move back to our Word document. So here we are. And all you do is right click and paste. Now I'm pasting where it says merge formatting. So the formatting is the exact same as what we've been doing. An important thing is, though, whenever there's more than one line in your citation, your second and following lines, they need to be indented. So what I did is I click right before that, left click right before that, and then I just touch tab on my keyboard, and that actually indents it right over. Okay, and that's all you need to do. And that's, so what I'll done is entered, and then we're going to put our summary in here. Now, what's important here is, let me get back to your, so I have already written my own summary here on another page, but just to save us time, I'm just going to copy and paste it. Okay, so I copied that, go back to our working document, and then right click and paste. And there is my summary right there of this article. Now what we can do is, to make sure that this is all indented, this entire paragraph, is you highlight it, you left click and highlight it, and then right click and select where it says paragraph, and this will pop up here. And then in paragraph, right where it says indentation, right there on left, you just click on the top where it says left, and you continue to click on it until you get to 0.5, and then just click OK. And you can see how that just indented the entire paragraph right there. And you see how that lines right up with the initial indentation from the citation. So that is all that is you have to do in order to create your annotated bibliography page. So thanks for watching, and we will catch up in class.